Oh, hello everyone. I almost forgot to unpause the screen there. Today is the 10th of December of 2023. I'm going to show another little game that I grew up with. I say little game, not as an attempt to demean it, but I mean this game isn't that great. It's when I did my top 500 games list, I think it was maybe in my top 200, but I think it maybe just missed out on my top 200 or somewhere between 300 and 200. I'm not too sure, but it's unique and quirky enough, and as a matter of fact, it was only released in Europe as far as I've been able to find out. So, it's quite unknown. So, I thought that would be enough reason for me to actually show this game. So, I think the best way to describe it is like sort of like a futuristic sport competitive style game. I really don't know what the category of game would be, but that is the best example. That is the best name that I can come up with, like futuristic sport, because that's basically what it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show a game and try to explain what's going on during like a single match, and then I will go through like the different characters and the different abilities and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to pick challenge. So here we have the characters, of which, as you can see, there aren't that many, and there's 4 to unlock, but you can only see 3 here. There's only 3 question marks, but there are 4 characters extra to unlock. But I will explain like what makes the characters different. But for now, I'm just going to have a game and just show you. I'm going to play as, you know what, I'll play as Kafka.
My reputation precedes me.
Kafka's probably the most basic, simple character in the game.
Have you got some insurance on that face?
And I'll play against Alex. My first game. I had a test on this on medium and it was far too easy. So I'm going to try hard. Haven't unlocked expert. You don't start with expert unlocked, but whatever. Arena is basically, so each character, each opponent has their own like level. But there's three variations of it. There's bronze, silver, and gold. Where the gold one is usually the most complicated, the most complex layout, and bronze being the most bare bones. So I'm going to start with bronze, and so the way to describe this game, I think, like how this game is played, is if you imagine like, it's sort of like a tag, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, in a way. So I'm going to pause it. Go. Right, let's pause. So, you've got this arena, and your goal is to turn X amount of lights into your colour. So player 1 is red, player 2 is blue, and so you've got all these green lights around the arena, and the first person to touch a light turns it to their colour, and then they gain control, as it were. And then it's up to the other player to catch them. So the person who has control, they can touch another light, another green light, and turn it to their colour, or another light that isn't their colour and turn it to their colour. And the one who doesn't have the control can't do that, and they have to catch the other player in order to be able to take the control off them. And then, as you can see at the bottom there, it says 3. So the first player to get to 3 lights wins the round. So, okay, so he's blue, so he got the thing there first before me. Right, so now he's chasing me.
Welcome to my world.
And well, rounds can be very fast. A matter of seconds.
Ready?
Go! Right. Oh, don't know what he was doing. Right. So as you can see, there's like different power-ups and all that.
I am master of all I survey.
Well, that was very easy. That was very easy. So So if I do rematches, is it going to do the same again? It is. Alright. So I'm actually just going to exit out of this. So that was very easy. You saw basically what was going on there. So I'm going to go through the different rules and the different like some abilities that you've got and some of the different power-ups. So let's go to challenge again. I'm going to go through the characters. So the only thing that really distinguishes these characters from each other is their special ability. So if we go through them here, we've got Alex.
I'm good.
So his ability is Turbo Rush. It's like a dash forward. Maya,
Looking at the face of your destiny.
it's Pogo Stick. It's like she does that bouncing around. I'm not really sure what the advantage of that is, but I guess it makes getting away from your opponent quite easy. Kafka
My reputation precedes me.
is the probably most basic character in the game so his ability Push Pull is just as straightforward as it sounds. If you're chasing the character, it will pull them towards you, and if you're trying to get away, if they're chasing you, it will push them away a little bit. It's one of those things where there's no like real skill to it much. You just have to use it and it will just help you out a little bit. Of course you can make use of it if they're like on a ledge or something, I guess, but it's the most basic one. Lupo,
I don't cut slack, I destroy it.
so his Earthquake, he basically slams the floor and it will make like this shockwave, and if that hits the opponent, they will fall over and freeze for a bit. Walker,
Time for some wet works.
he's another one of the better characters, I think. Rainmaker, he just shoots a missile out, which has the same effect as Lupo's Earthquake, but it's more directed rather than an area of effect. Reiko,
I welcome the challenge.
a speed jump, she just does a very big jump. Bomani,
Natural born killer.
Superfly, sort of similar to Reiko, he sort of just like slowly ascends upwards. Then we have 4 characters who I shall describe. I'll go through them. So the first one, I'm not entirely sure of his name. Actually, the first one, I'll go through this one here. So this one's John, and I think he's the easiest one to unlock. And in the arcade mode, you fight against John where you would be fighting against yourself. So his ability, I don't know what it's called, copy or something like that, where he basically has the same ability as whatever his opponent has. So if you're John and your opponent is Alex with Turbo Rush, John will have Turbo Rush. So if John comes up against John, which is obviously the question that actually arises, neither of them have any abilities. If Angor, I think he's called Angor, I don't quite remember, his ability is to climb walls, which is good for his level because it's very much wall based. And Dara here, I do believe this is Dara, who has probably the most irritating ability in the game, which is basically switch places. So you switch places with her. It can make games drag out quite a bit. And there's another character which is like the final boss of the game called JOE, and as in Joe but spelled out in capitals. And his ability is like this fire attack that will cause you to sort of not have complete control over your character. They'll start jittering around a bit. So I'm going to have another game. I'm going to be someone else this time. Tell you what, I'll be Walker, and I'll be up against Lupo, and let's go for Silver. So if there's enough time, I'll try to describe what's like how you right, hold on.
Ready? Go!
Right. So this one we need to get 6 lights. And I noticed the 3 bars at the bottom there. That's sort of like your charge power. So you can go up to 3. Now one of the things you can do, like you might have noticed in the last game, me and my opponent were like shooting like these little bead things at each other. those are like small attacks that will like slow you down a bit. You can actually use up these 3 bars here. You can use them up as you gain them to use certain abilities. So, for example, there's one ability where you can hold square and do a big one of those little bead things, like a big charged one. It will knock them over. I think it costs 2 to use your own special ability, your own character special ability. And if you've got 3, you can use neutralize or lock out. And they're not particularly great. So if you are touching one of your colour or a green one and you use the 3 bars, it will lock the light so they can't change for a while. But if you're touching one of your opponent's colour and you don't have the power, it will turn it back to green. I do not think it's worth the three bars though. And also you'll find other little power-ups around, like little things you can pick up. And so you press circle for those, and they're like extra little things, just extra like optional power-ups for you to use that are different from your own character special ability. Anyway, let's have a go. Right, oh. So see here, I can charge this up. Right, that was the big charge. Oh.
Over and out.
Turbo.
Size does count.
Yeah.
Straight
Right.
out and stay down.
So I was confused for a second then, because I was thinking, why? Okay.
Come on and come get some.
Oh no, it's 1 bar. It's 1 bar to neutralise and lock out. Never mind. So I was just demonstrating that. I mean, look at that. Look how little that time that lasted when I neutralised that. Well, locked out that light of mine. I'm not actually using my missile. Oh. Well.
Put me down for one. Ha ha.
Ready? Go.
Right, let's try and win this time. It's quite a hectic game. Ah, see, you got me with his earthquake there.
Shield.
It's a very... Oh dear, no. He only needs 2 more. Oh, he hit me with a hammer. I'm just losing track of where I am.
Ship it out yet.
Bottoms up. You're running on empty.
Oh dear. Well, that went badly.
And again.
Oh well. So yeah, you got the basic idea. So the only really thing to unlock in this game is to the only thing you can unlock in this game, as far as I can remember, is, well, I think there's expert mode, which I don't have there. There's also the 4 bonus characters which you get by completing through arcade mode. But I'd also like to show party mode, tournament, and 4-player brawl. You know what? I'm going to show 4-player brawl. So I'll be Maya. Oh, you have to be. Oh god, you can't play against computers. Oh, you can. All right. Let's make it so you could. No, let's make it 2. So you don't often have. So you don't have with 4-player brawls. This is like a one-off. So this isn't like this is like a side mode rather than anything that's like used to unlock the game. So in 4-player brawl, you can each area only has one version of it. There's like their own 4-player brawl level set up for them, and 2 players can have the power at the same time. So you've got 2 chasing 2 rather than 3 chasing 1. Anyway, I think it's Maya, Walker, Alex and Kafka. So I've chosen Scotia just because it's the most basic of the levels of the 4-player brawl levels.
Ready? Go!
Right. Oh.
Fine.
What a game for this to freeze on. Come on. Right.
Marbles. Turbo.
Look, there's my ability. I'm bouncing around.
Shield. Turbo.
Oh, I'm getting all these outside ones. No. Purple.
Turbo.
Yellow. I'll have that.
Marbles.
Yeah, I do not really understand what I suppose the pogo stick, it makes it harder for the little beads to hit you. I do really like this music though. That's one thing I like about Scotia. Is that the music is nice. Oh, nearly. Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
Go! Fine. Fine.
I should really probably just charge up my my shot with Maya because I don't think I'm going to get much else out of it. Yellow, I'll have that. It's very hectic as well because you've got to do like a lot of button presses. Like if you think about you shooting out these little beads all the time. Oh, I managed to knock someone out. All right then, there you go.
Victory is the nectar of the goddess.
So that's that really. There's not much else to it. Yeah, so this is one of those games where basically, I mean, the best way I can describe this is, so the way that I described this game was that I had it on a demo disc, and then down the line I got a copy, and it's one of those games where overall it's not that great. But it's weird and creative, and I think if they really wanted to expand on this idea and do something with it, it could work. It could really work. But as it stands, it's just one of those things where it's like it's one of those things where you don't think much of it, but because it's a bit odd and weird and
You don't look so good.
you know, not many people have heard of it. When you do actually like think about it, it's like, oh yeah, that game, that was weird.
Shield.
Trust me, it ain't gonna happen.
So we have a little demo game here.
Turbo.
Right, so yeah, that's going to be it for this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.